Hey yo, what up world? It's your man Confidence. Hey yo, check this out. I'm coming at you today with what they call a music hack. You know the hacks that they got online, life hack, this hack, that hack. I got a music hack I want to share with you today. And I stumbled upon it myself accidentally last week, and then it hit me. And I was like, I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna do it like a little differently, I think, than how it was presented to me. Alright, so Punchline and Confidence is all fair, right? Dropped the end of July. So I was on Instagram like last week, and this account that follows me sent me a story. You know, like when they tag you or something in the story you get in your DM. They sent it to me. I've watched it, and what he did was, or she, whoever, they fucking, like Stems now, and there's a bunch of sites, the RX8, there's Lala, there's Moises, so everybody's doing the stem separation. So what he did was he took the stems, the vocals from Punchline, and he put his beat over it, he remixed it, okay? He sent it to me. I was like, yeah, this shit's pretty dope. So I shared it to my story. You know what, I don't even care, it's all good, right? Because if someone took an interest to it, if someone hears it, I mean, who knows, right? If the dude has a conversation, oh yeah, it's not my track, but I remixed it, okay, well, who did the original, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this dude remixed it. I liked it. I posted it. And then like a couple days later, it hit me. I was like, that was a really good idea what that dude did. For people on this channel that make beats, okay, I should have said this in the beginning. This hack is for people that make beats and want to work with artists. So what I decided, it hit me, and then what I decided to do was, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it I'm going to send it to an artist that I want to work with, not a producer, right? Like, to me, I'm going to send it to an artist. And it just so happens that, it's probably been like 10 months ago. For those that know Ali Vegas, he had talked in the past about, I had hit him up, of course, not hitting me up. I had hit him up about can we try to do like some music together? I think it would be a dope combination, a perfect match, really. And he was like, yeah, man, let's work. I was like, what, for real? So I had sent him some beats, and he had picked one out. I sent it to him, sequenced, and he was like, yeah, I recorded to it, but I'm having problems with my computer, blah, blah, blah. I essentially never heard from him again. You know how that goes. So I stopped. I didn't even hit him up really after that. A couple times, and then that was it. And I was like, you know what though? I'm gonna hit him with this now, this new technique to try to get him back in the mix. So I went online. I listened to some newer Ali Vegas tracks. And what I did was I took a track with just one verse he had on this song. It was a feature, because I really liked how he sounded. I took the verse, I made a beat. In fact, you know what? I'll play that beat for you after this. I'll play you what I did. I made that. I even hooked up the music because there was a video for it. I even put my remix over his video. I sent him the video. He said it was dope. So I still got the old joint, the old shit. I'm like, okay, well, like, what are we waiting for, right? So, still no response after that, but I'm gonna hit him again. But my point is this is a great avenue to get somebody's attention, right? It got his attention at least, okay? It could be negative, it could be positive, but it's gonna get their attention, right? You also have to know that you can't just hit anybody up, just like in general, right? They're not gonna respond. You gotta know the audience, who you're hitting up. You gotta know like how big their following is. The smaller the following, the better chance you have. If they follow you, even better, right? Because they're gonna get the message on Instagram, because you follow each other most likely. So So this is the technique that I'm employing or deploying now. And it's, if you're online and you're looking for artists and you come across one, well, now you can go ahead and try to get those vocals, see if they're clean enough, remix it, send it to them, and say, yo, let's build, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That is my music hack. All right. So I'll catch me on the other side and we'll play the beat, play what I did for the remix, and go from there. And of course, yes, it is another Splice beat. All right, I'll see you over there. Here's the session I was talking about. I made the beat. I made it in Splice. Like I said, that's basically only place I'm making beats right now is in Splice. So here's the vocals. This is my music hack, as I stated before. So I'm gonna play the beat, just to show you how I constructed it. You'll see the different sections. I got the bass, drums, I got the guitar, and I got all these other sounds I'm just placing everywhere. I got the hook over here, 2 tracks. So let's get into some of it. This was I had another version of this beat with these guitars and this sound. Guitar, this was the whole beat, this and this. But then I ended up changing it all, and I put this sound into the hook, and this is the main. Like steady beats, man. They just kind of get the head moving, and so that just came to be a steady beat with the bass. Sounds pretty dope. But we'll get into it here. Here's how it sounds. What I wanted to do, which I took out and I want to bring it back, was these sounds, because there was a bit of a gap there, and I decided after the fact I didn't like it. That there was line up. It's a little after. Usually what I do to make sure it's 100% is I line it up with the drums, because almost 9 out of 10 times your sounds are always going to hit on the drums. You see, like this hi-hat, right? It's not hitting on the hi-hat. So let's just experiment and see if I put it there, if it lines up. No, it doesn't. But it lines up before that on the snare. Okay, so that's the real spot where it's gonna be on beat. So let me move it over. Boom. Always like to zoom in. Okay, here we go. crazy, man. And I made it in Splice. You can see that this beat is mainly constructed of sounds just being placed. Yes, this is a loop. This guitar is for the most part our loop, but look at how everything comes together with pieces of sounds, right? You always want to have something in the back, the layer, the foundation. That could be chops, that could be a loop. But then when you layer over it to make the full, like this is the foundation. That's like the core of the foundation, but I got guitars, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other sounds over that to make it the full foundation. Like if I just had, this by itself, I mean, I could have that for a section, right? Like in the verse, but I would never leave it just like that. I want to combine, I want to layer. Same thing with this. I mean, this just sounded sick by itself. But, it's not I'm very musical. I'm a very musical person, and when I heard these sounds here, I was like, you know what, let me try to put it over this, because this is almost, it's kind of like steady. It's not very involved. So to play sounds over it wouldn't like crowd it out too much. And if you really want to break it down, you really want to break this down. That's not exactly what I did here, right? I took the sounds. There's a couple sounds that are in sequence, and then there's a bunch of sound or a few sounds that are not. So what I did, as you can maybe hear, I took the whole loop and I took sounds out of that and created my own arrangement. That's what you got to do. That's how you're going to elevate the sounds more, because you're not taking what they give you. You're taking it and then making it yours, which is what this is. Let me undo, because I forgot the first sound. That's basically a beat. This sound really elevated it for me right here. These two pianos, again, placed. Those really, like early on, I really was like, wow, those pianos. I mean, they had horns, and I didn't want the horns. That was taken away from the beat. I mean, they were subtle, which was cool, and I tried it, but at the end, I settled for the pianos because I just like the feel of that. Always gotta try to have a vocal, and with Splice, you can have any kind of vocal you want. There's a billion of them. So this is the beat. These drums. And we'll get to another video with the drums. What I'm doing now for that, you might be able to conclude based on the vocals here. So I went online. I found some of the newer Ollie Vegas joints, and I downloaded some. I extracted the vocals. I use a program called Moises, and I extracted the vocals out of it. And this is just one verse. He was a feature on this, so this was one verse, and I put it to the beat, and I really thought it sounded sick. So this is what I used. I didn't line it up 100% in the beginning. Like I could have played the beat and then had it start, but when I had originally sequenced this, I didn't feel like moving everything around. So the beginnings will sound like for a second like, oh, this could have been placed differently, but I know that. All right, here we go.
All black camo shit, shooters on their Rambo shit, trust me. You don't wanna see them hammers spit. Shells look like a rack of ribs when they be loading them banana clips. Shit that can make a camel flip when it's in front of an elephant, in front of a rhino, being held by a hippo. Y'all better tiptoe, let your drip go. Cause if they let a clip go, gon' be doing calypso. I'm just trying to get those, stay out the way. Old school like Mandalay Bay. Damned if I do, damned if I stay. But before I go, here's what I say. Cash rules everything around me. We kings getting money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Cash rules everything around me. So keep getting money. If not, I have to kill y'all.
So there it was. I was like, all right, word, yo, there's a video for this too. So I'm gonna line up this song over the video and I'm gonna send it to Ali Vegas and see if I can get some interest, more commitment, I should say, in this particular scenario of doing some music. So I sent it. He said it was dope. He said he's got the old one. I'm like, okay, why wouldn't you send it then? So I messaged him the other day. Again, maybe something will come out of it. Again, this ain't a guaranteed way, but it's definitely going to give you a leg up because let the music speak for itself, right? You can't speak more than the music. No matter what you say, if the music can talk to the person, then that might influence and inspire them the most. So I'm gonna be doing this, man. This is a great way to find artists that you're like, wow, this dude's dope. Hey, I really like your music. I make beats. Do you want to work together? You know, can I send you some beats? Like, no, send him the beat, send him the song with his vocals on it right here. So again, some of you might notice, some of you might not, but this is what I'm doing in 2024. Thanks to that dude, just randomly sent me that shit for the punchline. He did the acapella for that, and I was like, what? Yeah, I should be doing this. The fuck? This is a great idea. So it just hit me. And that's why I'm making a video on it. So you get two parts. You get the idea to do it for yourself, and you also get to hear how some of this beat was created. All right.